my March book haul. Now, in the month of March, I bought 13 books, which is a little much. I'm trying to cut it down. I'm doing a lot better, but I still bought more books than I should have, so I'm trying to do better at this. It's not working very well. Although, if you saw how many comics my boyfriend bought when we went to Comic-Con, yeah. He had 3 stacks about this big, but some of them were kind of for me, so they're his, but I get to read them, so I'm excited about that. I've actually read a few, and you'll see that in my March wrap-up if you watch that. So let's get on with showing the books. The first 4 books I purchased from Amazon, and it was because I pre-ordered Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. It's going to be a while before I get to read this book, but I really wanted to do the pre-order on it because that's actually where the authors get their base from for sales in the beginning. A lot of whether like series continue and everything is based on pre-orders, so I wanted to make sure that I pre-ordered this. The only thing is, Emma over at Emma Books said that it is best to read the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy before you read Lady Midnight, and that doesn't come out until November, so grr. But I still have Clockwork Princess and the 4, 5, and 6 from the Mortal Instruments series and the Bang Chronicles that I still need to read before I can even read the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. So that's 5 books that I still have to read before November, and then I can read the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and then I can read Lady Midnight. So don't expect to see this again on my channel until November or December, because I do not do ebooks, especially if I have to pay for them. If I'm going to pay for something, I want to be able to hold it and touch it, and you can't do that with an ebook. So this is going to have to wait. The next book I purchased was for the Biblio Book Club, and that is Passenger by Alexandra Black. Passenger by Anna. I can't say her name. Alexandra Bracken. I don't know what's wrong with me and why I can't say her name. I am currently reading this. I'm actually just have that much left. So under 200 pages left of this, considering there is over 480 pages. I think I'm doing pretty good. I need to get this read by the end of the month because the Biblio Book Club goes in quarters. So January, February, March is for Passengers, and then April, May, June will be the next book, and so on. So I have until the end of March to finish this book, and I'm doing pretty good so far. I've only been reading it for like 5 or 6 days, so I should be able to finish it. And for those of you who don't know about this, it has time travel, and it is a young adult time travel, which is pretty cool. People having to deal with racism. You'll be able to see what I think of this book in my March wrap-up. The next book I bought is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I kind of just gave in and bought this because the second book is supposed to come out this year, and I got one of the books with the black pages, even though I bought it on Amazon, and these are supposed to be really limited edition. I was not expecting to get one with black pages. And this is so much taller. Look at that. It's almost an inch taller than Passenger, but so is Lady Midnight. So, but this is more narrow, I think. It's tall and narrow. It's just a weird size of book. I still need to read the Grisha trilogy, so I know you don't really need to read it before you read this, but I just want to. And I just realized that there is a little spot on the cover where the gloss was still there, like the matte didn't cover, and it's really weird. I don't know if you could see that. It's like right under where it says Grisha Trilogy, there's like this tiny little black shiny spot. Anyway, easily distracted. So the last book that I purchased from Amazon is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. And I almost messed up her name too. Now, I've been hearing a ton of good things about this. The fourth and final book is supposed to be out in April, so it's like less than a month away. And I've been hearing lots of good things about this. The price just dropped on Amazon, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy it. And I was already buying the other ones, and the price dropped, so I didn't want to miss out on getting the hardcover, because these hardcovers are beautiful. I mean, underneath it's just white, and it's got like a little engraving on the front. But I love the cover. I love the dust jacket. It's all pearly white. It's not just plain white, it's like a pearly white, which I didn't realize before I got it. I just knew that I really wanted to make sure that I got the bird that wrapped around, and it just looked so much better on the hardcover than it did on the paperback, so I had to get the hardcover. The next two books I got from Thrift Books, and I was really excited because I finally found a Dragon Lovers Trilogy. I can't talk. A Dragon Lovers I keep trying to say Treasury and Trilogy together. I just can't do it. A Dragon Lover's Treasury of the Fantastic, and it has stories by Anne McCaffrey, Orson Scott Card, Jane Yolen, Roger Zelazny? I have no idea. Let's see. George R.R. Martin. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's all these stories in here. And I love dragons. Somebody originally had this on sale for 50 cents. Probably at a yard sale. But that's kind of sad because I spent a lot more than 50 cents on it. But it was in such good condition. Like, there's a little crease on the back. But it was so much better than I had hoped for. This book is really hard to find, especially in good condition. Most of the ones that I could find were just acceptable. Because when was this printed? Well, the first printing was only in 94. I don't know why it's so hard to find. It's only from 94. I guess they didn't print very many of these. I have no idea. I keep flashing the book with my new light. I'm sorry. But it's a book with dragons, and it's Anne McCaffrey, and there's some George R.R. Martin and Orson Scott Card, so there's some interesting authors in this, and it's dragons. So, dragons. And the second book that I got from Thrift Books is a book that one of my best friends has been asking for me to pick up, and that is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. And other than this being like a Wizard of Oz kind of spin-off retelling kind of thing, I don't really know much about this, and I haven't looked into it because a lot of people have been talking about this and they've been saying really good things about it, and I was like, okay, well, if it's so good, then I probably don't want to read the synopsis because I don't want to get spoiled for anything. But Dorothy Must Die sounds like it's pretty dark, and I had to get the hardcover because, for one, like, the third book in the series just came out, and if I like them, I'm gonna want it, so I want it in hardcover. But it's got this cool red dress underneath, which I thought was really interesting, and I finally found it. So, hey Ariel, if you're watching this, I finally got it, so I'll have to try to pick it up soon. I have lots of books to read. The next 3 books I got from Book Outlet, and I had a $5 off coupon, so yay! Discounted books and discounted on discounted books. The first book I picked up was P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is the second book in the P.S. I Love You duology. They finally had it on the site and had a coupon, so I finally found a couple of books to go with it. So I went ahead and picked it up because I really need to finish this duology since it's already out. And it's so pretty. I Sharpie looking writing on it. I've always liked that. And the other one is pink, and this one's blue. So that's fun. The only thing I don't like is the remainder mark. It's really weird because they marked it so close to the spine that it marked the spine of the book and it marked the edge of the dust jacket, which is a little sad. But not as sad as what happened to my other book. So I'll go ahead and show you that one. So I was lucky, and I was one of the people who actually got A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. But my cover's torn. Can you see that? Can you see how torn the cover is? And then on the back, it looks like somebody was cutting something out on the back of the book, because there are these cuts, like razor blade cuts, all over the back of the book. And there's a circular kind of cut that almost cuts all the way through. Some of these, they push down so hard that even though it's not cut all the way through the paper, but there is an indentation line on the back of the actual cover, which I can't show because the cover's white and you can't see anything. But there's scratches on the back of the book from those cuts that were on the back of the cover. And it's frustrating, and it took me 4 times talking to customer service to figure out why I was sent a scratch and dent book instead of the regular book that I actually paid for, because whenever I ordered, there was scratch and dent or the regular book, and I paid extra to get the regular book instead of the scratch and dent because I didn't want to risk getting this. So, grr. But I talked to their customer service and we've got it resolved, so it's all done and over with. And one really cool thing about Book Outlet is whenever they do make a mistake like this, they do not charge for you to ship the book back to them. They just say, okay, we'll make it right. So that's really nice. I'm gonna have to wait until this, and then there's this, it looks like there's a bruise in the book. The poor book. I'm sorry. It's been through a lot. And the last book I got from Book Outlet. Did I ever say thrift books throughout that thing? I am so sorry if I did. But the last book I got from Book Outlet is The Merciless by Danielle Vega, and this is supposed to be really dark. And I thought that there were ones that had an actual dust jacket on it, but I guess not, which, that's okay. I just was surprised whenever it came, because I thought they had dust jackets. But on the inside here, it says for mature audiences only. The only thing I really know is it has to do with the occult, or people practicing the occult, or pretending that they're practicing the occult. I have no idea. On the back it says, "Forgive us, Father, for we have sinned," which is a little hilarious to me. And it feels weird. It's really hard to explain how this feels. It's kind of satiny, but not really, and it's interesting, and I just want to keep petting the book. Anyway, I don't really know much about this, other than most places have this sealed shut because of the for mature audiences only thing, and I know that it's supposed to be really dark, and I think possibly a horror, so a pink book is deceiving. I hate pink. Honestly, I honestly hate it. But I figured that I would give it a chance because look at that. I mean, it's so cool. Despite the pink, it is so cool. And I got some books from a place in a town nearby because I was going to a convention, and I stopped in just to see what they had, and they had a few books that I was interested in. The first one is I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, and it was only $3.33, and it's in perfect condition. It's the trade paperback, which I was really interested in. I didn't read the movie. I watched the movie a long time ago, and I didn't realize whenever I watched it that it was based on a book. A lot of people at the time were upset because they changed the ending, and the ending of the movie was not the same as the ending of the book, and they were really upset. And I just found this, like, I wasn't actively searching for it. I was keeping it in mind anytime I went and shopped anywhere, but I'd never seen it. And I found it for like $3, and it's in awesome condition, so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and pick it up. I've never really understood if this is supposed to be, like, I thought it was vampires, but some people say zombies, and on the back here it says vampires, so I don't know where people are getting the zombie thing from. I just realized these are all kind of classics. I mean, I don't know if you can consider I Am Legend a classic, but this one, Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane? I have no idea. It's the movie cover, so I'm a little upset about that, but it was $2. $2! And, like, there's no creases. Like, mass market paperback, no creases in the spine. I don't think anybody's read this. I just realized that one of the pages is torn a little bit. Oh well. But I think this is brand new, and it was $2. So, yeah, I got it. And then I found The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. I think that's how you say their name. And it was also $3.33. This is a 50th anniversary edition. I've been looking into getting these covers for the books, but I've been wanting to get the trade paperbacks instead of the mass market paperback, and I just realized the font is so tiny. Can you see? Can you see how tiny the font is? Oh my god, I didn't realize that. And this thing is huge. There's over 700 pages in this. It's huge, and the font is crazy tiny. But I've heard a lot of good things about this author, and I've heard a lot of good things about this book, so I figured I'd pick it up since I found it. And if I really like it, I don't know if I'll keep with the mass market paperbacks. I really don't like them. Like, see the creases in the spine? You can do nothing to stop that. Just how these books are, how far in the print goes, you cannot do anything to stop creasing the spine of a mass market paperback. It just doesn't happen. Which is why I wanted the trade paperbacks with these. Anyway, on to the last book. And that is Innocence by Dean Koontz. And my boyfriend bought this for me while we were at the grocery store. They had this bin that had books for $3 for $10. And I looked through the bin and I was like, okay, well, I found 3 books that I could get, but I really want this one, and the other ones are just like, eh. Like, I'd get them if I had to get 3 books for the 3 for $10, but this is the only one that I, like, really, really wanted. And like I've been saying, I've been trying not to buy a whole bunch of books. Yeah, I know I bought 13 books, but I've been trying not to buy a whole bunch of books, so I was like, okay, I really want this one, so this is the one that I want, but if I have to get 3, I have 2 others that I could get. But I really wanted this one, and I've been trying to get Dean Koontz books in hardcover. Hardcover for $3 was amazing, so I went ahead and got it, and he bought it for me, and he's so sweet. So yeah. I didn't already have this one. I have like 20 Dean Koontz books, but I don't have this one yet. So it was really cool that I was able to find it in hardcover. Yay! I guess I should try to lift these up. I don't know why, but mass market paperbacks do not like being lifted on a stack. It doesn't matter if there's just one mass market paperback. If it is in a stack of books, it does not want to be, like, at all. So these are the books that I purchased in March. And that is all I have for this video, so I will see you next time. Bye!